All right, the third poem I've ever written on October 14th, 2023. I wrote these three back to back to back. They just came out of me. And yeah, only three poems I've ever written that truly came from me and not just forced for like schoolwork or anything. But they were, and these were at night too. You know, I was just wrapped up in emotions, and I just had to put it out. And these are the three poems that came out of me. So this is the third one. It's called Fleeting. Fleeting. Oh, what expression can do when I let it be. I'm alive, I can thrive. Hold your horses before you dive. No way, this feeling, I can do anything. Don't be. Look at me go. But you're, woohoo. Crash, splash, relapse. Why? It felt so good. My friend, you took off. Too much force. Maybe this time you'll learn. So yeah, Fleeting. This is a good one. What expression can do when I let it be? I'm alive, I can thrive. So yeah, right there. You know, before I'd done any of this healing of my mental and emotional baggage, facing my childhood trauma and abuse, facing my cognitive dissonance, facing my reality exactly for what it is, coming to terms with the truth, recognizing my slavery programming, recognizing my conditioned beliefs, recognizing the programming of the propaganda and dysfunctional structures of society put into me, facing my Stockholm syndrome, facing all my trauma bonds, facing my personal reality exactly for the way it is, and recognizing and accepting the world in which I live in exactly for the way it is. And you know, so before I addressed any of that, it was like I was just on an emotional roller coaster. I was in survival constantly, and in survival, it's just, you never know what's gonna come up next, but you're ready to survive, right? You're gonna do whatever the fuck it takes. And so yeah, but then there's those times where you come and you relax, or you come and you actually tap into your creativity, and you're like, wow, what expression can do when I just let it be. You know, when I'm not wrapped up in all my emotions and this and that, I feel alive, I can thrive, right? And you get on your high horse. Like, there's just those times, like, you'll be in the muck for a while, and then out of nowhere you're just on your fucking high horse, and you feel like you can conquer the world. And you know, the intelligent part of me, the conscious part of me is like, hey, hold your horses before you dive. You know, you've seen it. Every time you get like this, you fucking dive right back into the muck. Watch yourself, take it easy. You know, don't be running off of motivation, don't be running off of excitement, don't run your battery dry, you know. And that's the thing. We'll get on our high horse and we'll just fucking go pedal to the metal, and then we'll exhaust ourselves, or we'll only stay consistent in the thing we're doing for 4 days, 2 weeks, and then we just crash and we relapse for who knows how long. But yeah, so, you know, intelligent side of me is like, hold your horses before you dive. And I was like, no way, this feeling, I can do anything. And he's like, don't be. And I cut him off. I'm like, look at me go. And then he's like, but you're, and then I cut him off. Woohoo! And then as soon as I hit that woohoo, crash, splash, relapse. Why? It felt so good. You know, why is it every time? Why every fucking time? Why is it not sustaining? Why can I not be consistent in this state of being? Why is there this constant cycle? Why is this a constant relapse? Like, what's going on? And he's like, you know, my friend, you took off. You couldn't sit with it. You couldn't observe it. You couldn't recognize what was really going on. You're in survival. You're just going. A good emotion comes and you're fucking pedal to the metal. You're down in the dumps and you're pedal to the metal in your coping mechanisms and your addictions and your distractions, you know, anything to bring relief to your misery. And so like when you're in survival, it's just because, see, the thing is, I had shitty programming, I had shitty beliefs, I had a completely fucked up foundation and principles that I lived by, if I even lived by any principles. And so there was no structured foundation, there was no strong and real foundation, that I was just reacting instinctively, and my instincts were coming from horrible programming, horrible beliefs, bad upbringing. And so when that feel good chemicals were coming, I was like, oh man, let's go with it. And yeah, so that's the thing. You know, like you said, my friend, you took off. I took off. I took off. I took off with the emotion at hand, and instead of seeing it for what it really was, instead of really sitting and acknowledging what's going on and coming to some deeper realizations and starting to recognize what's happening, no, I took off. Didn't even think twice. So he's like, my friend, you took off. Too much force. Maybe this time you'll learn, you know. And it's because it's like, I mean, I went through that cycle so many times, and it's just like, yeah, maybe this time you'll learn, you know. My intelligent side, my side that knows best, is like, dude, I'm not even gonna push anything because you're just doing whatever the fuck you want. But I will bring that I will speak that common sense into you. I will speak that truth at you here and there, just to let you know, you do have me over here to come to, and to sit and talk with, you know, because I'm just showing, like, this part of me saying, you know, you can trust me. I know what's best for you. But you right now, you're just, you're young, wild, and free. So I'm gonna let you do what you're doing. And whenever you want to figure this shit out, I'm back here. All right. Yeah. So, you know, that part of me isn't even like, you know, motherfucker, I told you not to fucking go crazy and take off and shit. I've been telling you this so many times. No, he's just like, man, you know, do what you do. You'll learn eventually. And yeah, so those were my 3 poems, man. I just came across them and was like, yeah, man, I'm gonna share these. And yeah, I really enjoy expressing myself through writing and in those ways. But yeah, good rights. All right, that was Fleeting.